Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. When the topic turned to Kyle Richards and Mauricio Amansky's ongoing separation on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 Reunion Part 3, it was Jennifer Tilly, not host Andy Cohen, who asked the hard-hitting question. Does Mal want to get back together? I know he regrets things that have happened that got us to this place. Kyle responded. I don't know if he wants to get back together because he has never said that, though Kyle hasn't directly answered if she wants to reconcile with Mauricio either. There are some things the robe mom of 4 wishes they'd handled differently. I mean, I have regrets for both of us allowing us to get to this place, she shared. I wish that we had communicated better when things started bubbling up. Meanwhile, there was no gray area with her sister, Kathy Hilton, who surprised Andy when she revealed that she hopes Kyle and Mal reunite because she doesn't like things to change. Asked for what those bubbling issues between Kyle and Mal were, she insisted that they were not related to Robe. We were strong throughout the show, Kyle pointed out. He was always my biggest supporter in this, and it's not easy doing this. It wasn't that. Instead, she referred to money, traveling, fame, his business, the agency, growing, and the attention he was getting with all that as contributing factors to their split. Women are snakes, Kyle said. They see a man who was a good husband and a good father, and he has money. And? They're like, oh, I want that, and throw themselves at him. And we got married very young, and he never got to go out and do his thing. And I think that, really contributed to the downfall of our marriage. Now, photos and videos of her estranged husband out partying serve as little reminders of the starkly different places they are in their lives. It makes me think that's one of the reasons we're not together, actually, she elaborated. I don't like to go out and party like that. When we were in our 20s, it was great, 30s too, but now I'm like, I don't want to do that. When the Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen host asked the status of their separation, and if either she or Mauricio had filed for divorce, Kyle replied, No, we're literally just the same, adding, We're close. We talk all the time. Andy then asked if they talk about where their relationship is headed, prompting Kyle to shake her head and dab tears from her eyes. She didn't even know why. She was crying, though. I mean, it's sad no matter what, and it's weird, Kyle explained, referencing their 30 years of marriage, as well as daughters Farrah, Brittany Aljafree, Alexia Amansky, Portia Amansky, and Sophia Amansky. We literally talk every day. We love each other. I feel sad for my kids, and I feel sad when I look back at what a great life we really had, That's sad when you think about that. Like, this is a loss that I will always feel no matter what. As Kyle navigates the next steps in her marriage, don't miss what her Robe castmates spilled about Mauricio's passive-aggressive behavior. After months of rumors, tabloid frenzy, and teary-eyed Bravo confessionals, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards is finally speaking out, unfiltered and uncensored, about the emotional undercurrents of her split from longtime husband Mauricio Amansky. But in a shocking twist, it's not what Mauricio did that's left Kyle reeling. It's what he never said. In an exclusive sit-down interview with Bravo Weekly, Kyle opened up in her most vulnerable state yet, revealing that the silence between them is louder than any argument they ever had. He's never once said, I miss you, Kyle confessed, her voice breaking. Not once. And that, to me, is more painful than anything else that's happened between us. It's a gut punch of a statement, especially considering the couple's 27-year-long marriage was once the gold standard of Bravo love stories, a seemingly unshakable bond built on real estate deals, joint tequila shots, and over-the-top Beverly Hills soirees. Fans watch their family grow, their careers explode, and their home life seemingly thrive. But behind the picture, perfect Instagram posts and red carpet appearances, a silent drift was taking hold. According to Kyle, the unraveling didn't come with a dramatic blow-up. It wasn't cheating. It wasn't some explosive fight. It was just the quiet, she said. It was waking up and realizing we hadn't laughed in days, weeks, maybe longer. She remembers the moment she knew things had shifted. I had this dumb story I wanted to tell him about what happened at the grocery store. Something small, something silly, but I stopped myself. I didn't think he'd care. And that's when I realized I had stopped expecting him to be my best friend. When asked if she believes Mauricio still loves her, Kyle paused for a long moment. I think he loved me. I think we loved each other deeply. But love without communication, without presence, it's like having a house with no furniture. It looks nice on the outside, but there's nowhere to sit, nowhere to rest. Her voice took on a bittersweet tone as she reflected on how quickly life changes. It's funny, we always think the dramatic stuff will be what ends a marriage. But for us, it was more like erosion. Little by little, we drifted until there was this canyon between us. And now we're just standing on opposite cliffs. Kyle's revelation about the absence of those three simple words, I miss you, has hit a chord with fans, especially those who have followed her journey for over a decade on Robe. It's become a flashpoint of discussion. How silence can sometimes say more than words. How grief in relationships doesn't always look like slamming doors, but rather quiet goodbyes that no one says out loud. Even her closest friends, both on and off camera, have noted a shift in her energy. She's not angry, said co-star Dorit Kemsley. She's heartbroken, but she's also empowered. Kyle is finding her voice again, not just as a housewife or a mom, but as a woman. Part of that rediscovery has involved deep introspection, therapy, and, surprisingly, a lot of hiking. Nature doesn't lie, Kyle said, smiling softly. When I'm out on a trail, sweating, with no makeup and just the wind in my face, I remember who I am. Who I was before the show, before the fame, before I had to be someone's wife all the time. When asked if there's a possibility of reconciliation, Kyle didn't shut the door completely. We have history. We have kids. We have memories that no one else can understand. But right now, I need to learn to be okay on my own. I need to know that I can stand without leaning. And as for Mauricio, he's remained notably silent, at least publicly. His focus has remained on the agency, his luxury real estate empire, and his own budding career in reality TV with Buying Beverly Hills. When asked if she's watched the show, Kyle laughed lightly. I tried, but it's hard to watch someone move on with a smile when you're still unpacking boxes from the past. Yet, despite the heartbreak, there's no bitterness in her tone. I'm not here to villainize him. This isn't about placing blame. It's about acknowledging that sometimes the absence of something is more telling than its presence. Fans have also speculated about Kyle's recent closeness with country singer Morgan Wade, though Kyle insists it's not what people think. Morgan came into my life when I needed a mirror, someone who reflected strength back at me. That doesn't always mean romance. Sometimes it just means truth. As she embarks on a new chapter, perhaps her most defining one yet, Kyle Richards is rewriting what it means to love, to grieve, and to grow. She's no longer waiting for words that may never come. Instead, she's speaking her own. I used to think closure was something the other person gave you, she said in closing. Now I know it's something you give yourself. And maybe the most shocking thing Mauricio never said was exactly what I needed to finally hear myself.